Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. I was just busy admiring the majesty and mystery of that delicate creature called Elizabeth from the esteemed, critically acclaimed anime Gintama. Now, if you haven't seen this show before, Gintama is classic comedy gold. It's such a good show. It's one of my favorite anime ever. And Elizabeth is like the quintessential creature character from the show. Like every character is really unique and different in their own way. Elizabeth is amazing because she's a complete mystery to everybody, as evidenced in the scene here. No one knows who she is. No one knows really what she's doing. But she makes an impact wherever she goes by doing crazy things like whipping out machine guns or, I don't know, dressing up as a prostitute. Okay, so she does some crazy stuff, and I love her for that. She's such a mystery. So I thought it would be fun to make some kind of food-related item that really conveyed the mystery and majesty of Elizabeth. So I decided to do an onigiri, and because they have surprise fillings. So let's make a delicious onigiri decorated just like Elizabeth with kind of a mystery filling, and you can make your own fillings, which makes this awesome. So let's get into it. We're gonna make the decorations first. You're gonna need a couple slices of cheese, and we're starting out with a white slice of cheese. I'm using a little chapstick cap to cut out my shapes of cheese, and these are for the whites of the eye. So I'm cutting out two little circular shapes for the whites of the eye. And obviously, if you want to make more than one onigiri, you need two of these little eye shapes per onigiri, so cut out more as needed. Now we're going to cut out the ring that goes around Elizabeth's eye, so I'm just using a sheet of nori for this. And I'm using a cap. This is a cap from some spray bottle that is just slightly bigger in size from the cap that I used to cut out the whites of the eyes, so that there's like a really small margin around the edge. And if you have a hole punch that's like a big enough, this is going to work so much better, but I don't have a hole punch this size. So I'm just using a knife to really carefully trim all the way around the outside. And again, I'm cutting out two of these shapes to go underneath the white of the eye. Just like that. The next thing that we're going to do is I've got a little hole punch, and we're gonna use this to make the pupil of the eye. It's just the right shape. I stole this from my roommate. She's really nice enough to let me steal it from her. And you just want to stick your nori in and pop it out. Make sure before you use this that you wash it, obviously, so that it's not contaminated by the failure of your schoolwork or whatever you last used. And be careful. I popped that sucker out and then he disappeared and flew away, so I had to make another one. But you, again, need one for each eye, so two in total per onigiri. And now we need to cut out Elizabeth's eyelashes. She has distinct eyelashes, so I'm just cutting out a really small strip of nori and then cutting that into smaller pieces. And now we're going to make her little mouth. You need a piece of yellow cheese. Could be like American or cheddar cheese. I'm just using around that round chapstick lid again to cut out a circular piece, but her mouth beak thing is more oval than anything else, so I'm just using a knife to trim that up to the right shape. And then you want to cut out just a really, really thin piece of nori to make the little line that separates her beak. Okay, and then we can go ahead and start kind of assembling those little things. So stick your pupil, or not your pupil, the white of the eye onto kind of like the circular ring that goes around it. And then you'll want to stick the pupil on top of that and just use the tip of your knife to help you center it and make sure that it's in the right place that you want it to be. Oh, I like tried to put the eyelashes on before I put it on the onigiri. Like, don't do that. Just go to the pupil and we'll stick the eyelashes on later. It's easier. to get them to stick since they're so small if you just stick them to the rice itself. So that's the face ready to go. The next thing you need to do is get out your rice and filling. So I've got some steamed rice here. This is just regular medium grain steamed rice. I've got an onigiri mold here. This one's a little bit small. It's like for snack size, but it works for me. And then the filling that I have is like a salmon dip filling that was just easy to come by. So you want to fill your mold up halfway, press it down, and then make a little hole in the middle for your filling. And then just get a small bite-sized amount of filling to stick in that hole. And do go easy on the filling. It's easy to overfill it, and then you try to put more rice in and pack it down, and then you've got filling spilling out the sides and stuff like that. So go light on the filling, and if you're eating these yourself, you can always add more later if it's just not good enough. So once you've got your filling in there, you want to pack in a little bit more rice, press it down really firmly, and then pop it out the back. So our base is ready to go, and since we already made the face, it's really kind of as easy as just popping the eyes and the beak on. So place them where you want them to be, and then using a little toothpick, use the toothpick to pick up those little pieces of eyelash and place them exactly where you want them to be on the onigiri. All right, and that's it. The hardest part is really in the decoration here. So if you can take the time to cut out those things as you want them to be, this is actually pretty easy to put together yourself. Yeah, that's it. You can fill these with whatever you want, make them a mystery, just like Elizabeth. All right, guys, have a great day. See you later. Bye.